Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. Supportive Oracle cards. Here we go. If I can read it off camera. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustration by Elaine Marzen. There's how you spell their names and see if you want to find this deck or anything by those people. There you go. Aries. Okay. I like this. Do I like this? This is good for Aries because you got choices coming up. And Aries, in my opinion, I just, if I'm wrong, you got to tell me because I don't think I am. Aries is like, they need to be in the position to make the choice. Even if they're following someone else, they got to be in that position where they're choosing that. Not like they're being pulled along or they feel like somebody's choosing for them. I don't feel like Aries does that. If you follow, you're choosing like, all right, I believe in that. I will go with that. It's not kind of like, come on, you got to come with us. Oh, okay. I don't think Aries does that. I just really don't. You can tell me in the thing below if you think I'm wrong, but Aries is, they make choices. Like, even if you're following them, it's like, okay, I will follow that. Nobody really pulls you along without you biting them. Like, it just doesn't go well. Now, we're going into this situation, you got emotional release, which feels really good in this card. Like, that's a very ideal scene. The way this situation starts is you making the decision that I'm done. Okay, so let's make sure we make sense with that. So, for example, if you have a job, I'm getting for some of you is definitely a relationship. Job, relationship, whatever it may be, could be an investment. You know what you have in front of you and you're like, I'm over this. Job, relationship, some type of investment. You could have something like that. I'm trying to not do this, but I'm going to do this. The relationship one, like literally you're with somebody. Maybe you're married to them. And you're just kind of like, you know what? I've been with this person X amount of time. And I'm just sick of it. This is not what I want. I thought it was at one point. Now I don't believe I do, and I'm done. This starts with you choosing. Like, you've made a choice. Emotional release is telling me you've made the choice, like, no, I know where I stand. I know where I am. I'm going to stop BSing myself about this. Now, because I feel like you might have been holding off because, like, once you decide where you stand and what you want, then you're just going to start moving towards it. And you might have been holding that off and pushing yourself back from it and pushing yourself back from it because you know full well, once you admit to yourself, I'm done, then things start to change. It may even seem like it's autopilot, but you just will start making those moves to move on from this. And that's how this is starting. Now, you have the Knight of Swords coming in a little cockeyed, and I feel like the other energy, whether it be a job, person, like a relationship, or whatever it is, that's also a little cockeyed. The reason I'm getting that is because you're starting to bring this information forward, but you also don't want to set yourself up. Let's just put it that way. So you're careful how much you release at once. I mean, you're smart. You're not just going to like put yourself out there so somebody can smack you in the face. Like, you're not going to do that. But you're going to start making changes and start like dropping hints, maybe this, maybe that, maybe we're done, you're going to start moving things off your plate. You're going to start realigning things so you don't have as much responsibility in this situation because you're going to be leaving it. And you're just like, I'm going to try to start, tying up those loose ends now before, I'm in a pickle and I'm already on my way out. I'm going to do what I can. The High Priestess is like, starting slowly picking up. The other person or situation is slowly seeing what you're doing and slowly catching on to what's going on here. Because when the two of you come together, this could be a person or a job or whatever, the other side, whatever that other side is, person, work, whatever, they start watching and they see the writing on the wall and they're just like, hey, is there something we need to talk about? Maybe something we could change? Or I don't think they want you to leave. Let's do that. They're trying to get you to stick around because they feel like you're starting to make these movements out of this situation. The other side slowly catches on, and the Two of Wands between the two of you, you are participating in a negotiation. This is the very beginning stages of this change, though. So for some of you, you're not ready to make the full break yet. For others of you, maybe you don't really want this to be over, and you're maybe still fighting a little bit, maybe still fighting yourself a little bit, which is interesting because Aries usually in or out. I mean, when Aries goes in between, like partially in and partially out, things usually kind of go wonky. And I feel like a lot of you might be in that part at this point, kind of like doing the halfway thing. That doesn't usually go well for Aries, but let's see what happens next. Because I feel like what this is showing up in the environment, they're trying to tie you to the situation even tighter. They're trying to find a different way to anchor you here. They're kind of getting the information that you're looking to release yourself from this emotional release. You're looking to release yourself from this situation. They're trying to tie you tighter to this with the Ace of Pentacles. See, the thing about aces, and pentacles especially, someone can offer you this Ace of Pentacle, but if you don't claim it, it don't matter. And I think that's something that, it's not like, this isn't saying something you have to do, but like somebody's trying to tie you tighter to this situation. But for that to work, you have to take the pentacle. If you don't take it, it's not going to happen. Yes, it is something good. Yes, it's something that would be good for you and stabilizing. If it's a work thing, it could be more money. If it's a relationship thing, something where you feel more grounded and more secure, maybe. But I have a feeling that wasn't really the problem anyway. It's just you don't want to be there anymore. If you don't claim the pentacle, though, it's not going to matter that the Ace of Pentacles is there. You have to choose to participate in it. You can't, like, the Ace of Pentacles isn't, like, Ace of Pentacles isn't coming into your life like you're going to have a lot of money and you're going to like it. It's not going to come in like that. You know, it's just not. This one isn't anyway. You are giving it a fair thought, a fair shake. The environment here is trying to do something. They're offering you this pentacle. They're bending over backwards. They don't want you to leave. I can't get myself in here with this. I was trying to get it just in case. I don't know why. They're bending over backwards to really please you. But again, I think this is another situation, though, where I feel like you've already made up your mind. Even if you're dickering with yourself, trying to go in between, that usually doesn't work for Aries. Like, once you know what you want to do, fighting against it, like even you fighting against yourself once you've admitted what you want, it doesn't go that well. You're trying to be open to this change, and you're realizing you have the choice. You're trying to be open to it. You really are. You're just kind of like, I don't want to just throw this away. I know this is really good, so I'm going to consider it. You're trying to consider what's going on. You're doing your best. You really are. And they're doing so much to convince. Like, there is so much energy coming at you. Even the King of Swords energy. Like, if they can get somebody to their credit, and for some of you this will happen, a third party will try to convince you to stick with this situation. It might be a friend or a relative or coworker, who knows. Somebody might try to convince you to stay here, right? But this is your life journey. I don't see you claiming that pentacle. And it looks so nice. It looks so great, but it's kind of like, winning that 7-day cruise, but you get seasick. And you're just like, no. You're just kind of, maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you're the type of person who likes to go skiing. You're not looking for that 7-day cruise in the Caribbean. You just don't want that. You're like, it looks great for someone else. That's not my thing. Or, you know what I mean? It's just not. You know, whatever it is, I don't think we have to go through 50,000 analogies. It looks great. It's just not for you. Things change. Your life journey's here. Things change for you when this shows up. You start committing yourself to the next phase. This is the final ending of this last one. I know this may sound strange because it's the Four of Wands, but it comes out hidden. And I feel like you get to the point where you're like, you know what? I don't want that. I know I don't want that. I want something else. I want out. And you fully commit to it and you don't waver from it. And you actively start pursuing it with all your time and effort. You're not considering anything else anymore. You're like, no, I know that Ace of Pentacles is not for me. I don't want it. It's great for someone else. It's just not for me. Somebody else have that Caribbean cruise. I want to go to Alaska and ski. I don't know if people ski in Alaska. I'm assuming they do because there's snow there. I'm just saying. You got a lot of cards showing the ending for that. The Death card on your side is showing this situation is done. You are first putting notice, whatever that is, saying, I am done, I am finished. The Seven of Pentacles is telling me once it started, this is a part of the plan. You've already started this journey. Now it's just, this is another stop on the way. You've already made up your mind. The next situation coming in, which I think this is all that, because there's a lot of positive card here. Positive card is, okay, you got Threshold, Heart and Mind Balance, Heart and Mind Balance. So you're stepping into this new era willingly. There's 2 cards so far. There's 3. There's another one coming up. Your full energy is going into this next era. This is making you feel good. You're feeling that excitement for life again. That's what I'm getting from this card. Like, you know you did what you needed to do. Everybody might not like it, but it's not for everybody to like. You knew what you had to do. Passion is coming back. When Aries has passion, get out of the way. Because once you have passion, it's just kind of like, just get out of the way. You just get out of the way. When Aries has passion, just get out of the way. And this is going to give you that passion. What you're going towards next, there's a lot here. There's a lot to learn, a lot to gain from. What is this card? Appreciation. You're very you're wanted. You're very much wanted where you're going. And when I'm getting the Emperor, that I'm feeling kind of like this teacher energy for you, just to be fair. Like, there's a lot for you to gain here. But you're gonna learn things that you didn't know before, and it's gonna give you an advantage going forward. So you're gonna learn things that you want to learn, know things that you're gonna want to know for your next phases going forward down the road. I don't feel like it's gonna be somebody sitting down and going, "Listen, Aries, this is how it is." It's not like that. It's just kind of like, "Oh, that's how they do it. Well, how did you do that? Oh, that's how you do that. Well, let me try that. Oh, well, this didn't work. Oh, that's how you do this. Okay, let me redo that." That's how you seem to be learning. You're applying while making it happen. There's a lot for you to learn here. I kind of feel that with Aries, like, you keep going to new vistas of success. This is building your knowledge to the next part. The World card is telling me that this next phase you're getting into, this is going to be a long phase. It's going to hang on for quite a while, and this is going to be very well worth it for you. Even if this is relationship, by the way, because I do get for some of you people this is relationship, the next person you end up with, and don't get caught up in the gender, but they're going to have a skill or some type of knowledge that you're going to really learn from them. You'll probably have something to teach them in return or give them in return, so don't worry about that. It's going to balance is what I'm getting. But you might find, like, for example, if you're a person that likes holistic medicine but doesn't know a lot about it, this person probably does, and they're going to teach you a lot. Or astrology, could be baking, could be business knowledge, could be banking knowledge, could be carpentry, could be home improvement, could be anything you can think of. I don't know. Something this person knows that you would love to know, but that's also going to set you up for future success because they're going to teach you something. You're going to balance it, though. You're going to be giving just as much as you receive, so it's nothing to worry about. Anything else with that? All right. I think we're good. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.